Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Love and Light Show, where your special guest is Michele Phillips. And I'm so excited for this episode because it's all about following your bliss, how you can find joy and happiness in your life. And it's all about just like raising your vibration to that. So definitely stick into the end where we're going to have some awesome healing downloads and getting you to a place where you can follow your bliss and find your bliss and have just joy in your life. So I'm so excited for that. And this is the Love and Light Show, where we introduce to you different light workers and healers and spiritual badasses who are doing incredible things in the world so that you can be connected to the message or the tool of the technique or the healer that you need to have in your life right now for your journey and your next steps, so that you can be inspired to be the change that you want to see in the world and start with you, because it all starts with ourselves. Like, we're the grassroots effort of making the world a better place. It starts with ourselves, with finding our bliss, with finding the things that light us up and make us happy and joyful, and working on that path to get to that place. So I'm Laura McPhee. I used to say happiness coach and healer. Now I've fully transitioned to joyful goddess. It was my birthday last weekend. Well, not the one that just passed, but the one before. We took a break on last Monday because it was a holiday here in New Brunswick. And also it's my birthday week. So I decided to take a break. So I'm officially doing Joyful Goddess, which is still empowering women through self-love and self-care. It's just on a such deeper level so that you can actually look in the mirror and love what you see without like those negative critics being there, reprogramming and training your brain to truly love yourself, to give you positive affirmations, to set up amazing self-care routines that fill you up so that you're not feeling like it's something that you have to do. It's like this spiritual good girl to-do list that you need to do to like meditate or do yoga or drink your green drink or like do things that like don't necessarily make you feel good about yourself, but you feel like you have to, and you judge yourself and you beat yourself up on the days that you don't. It's about letting all that go so we can fully accept ourselves and have like so much love and compassion to ourselves and the confidence that we need to just shine our light in the world, because the world needs the light that's in each and every one of us. And like, it's totally time. Like, I love Leo season. I love that I am Leo, and it's all about like owning your power and stepping into your greatness and shining your light and all these wonderful things. So I'm so excited to help more and more women step into that so they can fully love themselves and love who they are and have that just unconditional love in their day-to-day life and feel that joy and feel that happiness and like those elated feelings more and more consistently in their lives. So I love doing that. And I encourage you guys to pop on and say hi. So we have 8 people on now, and we're on the Be Live platform, so we can't see you as you pop in. But if you say hi or even hi on the replay, whatever you want to engage with us, we'd love to know who's here. Feel free to ask any question, comment along the way. We love engaging with you guys. So definitely feel free to do that. And if you have a friend who you know needs to follow their bliss, needs the healing at this message today, share it out to them, tag it in there so that they can get the message that we're here to share today. And we'll definitely engage with you along the way. So Amy says, hello. Hello, Amy. I hope you're having an awesome day. And how are you doing, Michele?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Yay. I'm so fantastic too. Like, it started interesting today. Like, I put on Facebook that my kitty decided to try to get poop off himself by rubbing it all over the floor this morning. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for my like essential oils. I'm like, I need like just to like directly inhale right now. And then like I was diffusing it to like clear by the air. And then I was like, this is so funny. I'm so grateful I don't have like a job for a living where I like have to do diapers all day long. Like, I'm so grateful for my life. Like, I'm just so grateful that this was like a one-time thing, and he's usually so healthy and awesome. And like, and then I went outside and had a great day. Like, I didn't let that one bad thing wreck my day. I was like, that's really funny that that happened. And then, like I was telling you, I've had a pretty fantastic day so far.
Yeah. It's so easy how we can let momentum get right away, you know, that, and you had the choice right at that moment to either like a shitty day, right? The shit, or oh wow, okay, shit happens, let's clean it up and have a great day. And the choice is always yours, and feeling good is always the right choice. You know, you don't make a mistake when you feel good. It's not about what you do, how much you do. It's about how good you feel. Because that will bring all those things to you that you want.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's so incredible. And then you create like the best life from it. And like Michelle and I met in a theta healing class. Like I loved her energy from like a Facebook group that we were in. So like I was like, ooh, this is awesome. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're that person. And we like sat down right beside each other, and she's amazing. She's an incredible healer. She does theta healing, obviously. That's where we met. She's an author of the awesome book, and she's also a speaker and has her own show on Soulology. So I'm so excited for all the awesome work that she's doing in the world. She's like a beacon of love and gratitude. She posts gratitude every day. I love that she posts that and shows and inspires other people how to be grateful in their life. And she empowers people to move from that victim mentality to a victor mentality. So I'm so excited for her to share a little bit about her story and her wisdom with us today.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, moving from victim to victor. First of all, it is so possible.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is people look. Oh, we just had a bird knock over the bird feeders.
We're just gonna be in the flow today. Like I didn't put my kitty in his room. He's just like sleeping. Her like dog may or may not interrupt us, and we're just like, let's enjoy all the life around us and just be in joy. And if something happens, whatever.
Blue jays hollering, squirrels chirping. It's all good.
It's real life nature.
Exactly. Nature is awesome. That's the essence of flow, right?
Yeah.
Because nothing in nature fights against itself. Everything in nature follows a perfect divine rhythm that they didn't make up. No, they didn't read it in a book. They didn't try to figure anything out. They just do. Yeah. And how they know to do these things, we don't know how they know how to do these things, but they just follow their instinct or, go with the flow, right? They know when they're not feeling good. So they stop and they, course correct and look out for them. It's like, they don't have jobs, but they're fed.
Yeah.
Right? They don't work hard, but they have everything they desire. It's amazing. Whatever you want, it's based on the feeling you think you're going to have when you get what you want. And you can feel that way now, which matches you with the vibration of what you want. So it comes in quicker and you just follow your bliss, which are now the cookie crumbs.
Yes.
To get
I love the cookie crumbs way better than like breadcrumbs for sure.
So about my story, I'm so glad it's a past story and not a now story, which is like awesome. And you all can get there too. When I was younger, when I was born, I was near death and put in an incubator for 9 days. And my subconscious at that time, which is designed to keep you safe and alive, not smart, decided instantly that, being sick gets me fed, keeps me safe, I'm warm, everything is brought to me by being sick. So it was almost like instantly this victim mentality was put on me, or, I was dependent on everybody else for everything that I needed. I needed somebody else to do it for me, right?
Right.
And that pattern just kind of continued throughout my life. And it was interesting. I realized another block that had formed was like my first day of grade school. I had a cast on, right? A broken leg. And when the teacher was showing everyone where the mudroom was, I was at the very end of the class. So I had to navigate through all, they're in grade 1. People opened their chairs and left them out. Nobody pushed their chair in. I have to the cast, right? So I'm trying to navigate through all these chairs and desks and all that. Like there's like 30 of them in my way. And it took me about 10 minutes to finally make it out to the mudroom, right? So it was so interesting because it was like, obstacles. And then those cell receptors started looking for obstacles. And it's like, oh my goodness, like, can we just get rid of this place?
Yes.
And then, the bullying and stuff, because, I was overweight. I had, just name it, it wasn't going right for me. And, it was all my own perceptions and things that created all this crap that I ended up dealing with. And then we get into the junior high years where the rebellion forms because you're so miserable with being miserable. And then you finally come back around and like, okay, climbing the corporate ladder, everything is going great. And then one day knocked on my butt and diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, where I found out I was actually the first time diagnosed when I was 13 years old, but nobody ever told me. And when I first heard that, I was really almost resentful and angry. Like, why wouldn't somebody have told me? It could have, at the time I was thinking it could have, helped me understand what was going on with me. But then I was like, well, it could have hindered me. I may not have finished my education. I may not have climbed the corporate ladder. I may not have studied as much, so now when I look at it, I'm really grateful because I did have a really good job and with a respectable company, and I have a pension until I'm 65. So now I'm paid to look after myself.
Yes.
So really awesome. That's what I get to do. I get to feel good, make sure I feel good. And I figure since I'm sitting here feeling good, why not help everybody else feel good?
Yes. Shine the light.
So, yeah. Because
Awesome.
that's why we're here. We're here to shine our light and share that with the collective and help them awaken and see that they don't have to be victims in their lives anymore. They have the power to choose how they want to feel. And I truly believe I'm a living example of that. I've, really overcome so much. I mean, when I first went off work, I spent 7 years in bed, and most people look at me and they're like, oh no, there's nothing wrong with this girl. And I was like, yeah, read my book.
Yes. I know what you've come through.
It took a lot of, like 40 years later. Okay. So,
right.
Yeah. But the point is that it is possible. And don't be afraid to dive in and find the limiting beliefs that you have, because it's not, don't be afraid that they're there. Be grateful that you can change it. Because you can, if you're willing to dig deep and do the work. Self-empowerment is all about that, using your power to gain yourself.
Sasha. And it's all about awareness. I love that. Just something neutral to be about. For people who discover a bad limiting belief, they're like, oh my God, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. It's like, or you could be neutral about it and be like, okay, this is here. I'm aware of it now, so now I can fix it. Half of the solution is knowing your problem clearly. So then it's like, okay, I can get to a place where when I discover a limiting belief, I'm like, yes, oh my gosh, yes, because then you can clear it and move forward and be like, oh, thank you, that was that piece.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. It's so true.
Yeah. Very cool. So how do you use Law of Attraction in your life to follow your bliss and help other people use Law of Attraction?
Oh, okay. I thought we were frozen for a second.
Oh.
When I see you on there, it looks like you're talking but not talking, but I can't hear anything. So I was just wondering, I think the video is a little off, but
okay. You still look good for me. Did that fix it up at all? Can you hear me now?
No, I can still see you talking, but I can't hear you. But that's all right. We'll just whatever. We'll just keep going, right?
Go out and then come back in.
Okay. I will do that. Just one sec. Oh wait, it's fixed.
Okay. If that sounds good.
Okay, yeah. Now you're talking, and it's matching what you're saying. Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
It's always interesting when that happens. Okay, we're gonna just send really happy, positive, loving vibes to the internet and be live and the connection and the platforms and all the technology stuff. Just like clear that up and know that we're gonna clear some energy really soon. So,
so Law of Attraction. I first really got on board with it last fall. And so I started listening to it on a regular basis, and it just made so much sense. However, at first it didn't quite make sense, because I'd always been taught you have to work so hard for everything you want. And that it was, you put effort and the effort will come back to you. And struggling is, a virtue, that you can handle things and stuff. And
no pain, no gain.
Right. And it's not that these things don't develop virtues, but you can get virtues without suffering. We can learn easier ways, right? So
with Lebanese and grace and joy.
Yes, that's so much better. So much more fun. And that's what really surprised me, is when it was like everything that you have experienced in your life has kind of put you in a place where you can feel the contrast of what is wanted and what is unwanted without judgment, right? So when you see things that are wanted, you move towards that. And it's not charging and going after, which we've always been taught. It's an allowing of it to find you. And so we all have these vortexes of everything we've ever desired. So there's enough stuff in there to carry us over for about 20 to 30 lifetimes of all the contrast that we have experienced in our life, that has caused us to make a little mental note of, oh, I would prefer this, or I would prefer that, or no, not that, but yes, this. And it could be something as simple as chocolate versus vanilla. It really doesn't matter. It's just these, it's just all about personal preference. And when you follow your personal preference and let go of how you think it's going to happen, and just focus on being good or feeling good, that feeling good will lead you to the breadcrumbs.
Yes.
The cookie crumbs, because cookie crumbs are better than breadcrumbs.
Yeah. So my
yeah. So you follow that, and then one day, there it is. And you stop and you look, and it may even have happened before you even realize it has happened. I remember writing down that what I wanted to do in life. Like I wanted to publish a book. I wanted to write, and I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a speaker. I wanted to help people and that. And all of a sudden I'm reading back through my notes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am. I'm doing it all now. And it's like, but I didn't fight for it. I didn't try. It just happened. And even with it's 18 days from today, I will be going to see Abraham Hicks in Stamford, Connecticut. I was so freaking excited about that. Because I've had that. I put that. I'm just going to let the dog inside, because she's starting to do a little bit of it. So just 1 second.
Cool. And as she's doing that, guys, I'm interested to learn when you guys learned about the law of attraction, or even where you learned it first from. I think the first time I even heard about the law of attraction was when The Secret came out, stuff around The Secret. And it's really interesting because that's coming up in a different way, because the book club that I'm a part of is reading Directing Your Destiny right now. And her inspiration for the book is that she watched The Secret. You read the book, watch the movie, and you're like, oh, cool, the law of attraction. I'm just going to sit on my couch really hard and just think about all the things that I want in my life and just make my vision board and stare at my vision board really hard. And that isn't the only piece. You also have to move in that inspired action, that there's that feeling of it and following that feeling and those breadcrumbs of it, but also that inspired action piece. And I love her book so much. Right now we're doing mindfulness, meditation, and journaling, and I'm being so called towards doing more meditation and being meditation can feel better. It gets better. And I'm like, yes, I'm moving past the uncomfortable part and being like, ooh, this is cool. This insight is new and awesome. So I encourage you guys to let us know below. So Susanna said 7 years ago, the book, The Secret. Awesome. Very cool. And then Roger says hello.
Hi, Roger.
Very cool. So yeah, definitely say hi as you pop on live. I see that the more people have popped on, so definitely say hi, even if you're catching the replay, and let us know where you first heard about the law of attraction, how you heard about it, even how that's affecting your life. I love to like learn these different things about people.
Mm.
So cool. Continue your exciting story about your trip and how you manifested that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I had started listening to that, to Abraham Hicks, or Esther, and it just resonated with me so much. It made so much more sense. And like even this morning, I was listening to one, and it was, if we were in your physical shoes, we would choose to be lazy. And it was like, and then that was like, oh, trigger, because I felt something about that word lazy, and it's like, well, because we have stigmas around being lazy and what we think we're supposed to do, but we just need to let that stuff go.
Yes.
Let it go. It doesn't matter. But with the trip and how that came about, I was listening, or I was doing something, I don't know, putting down a list of things I wanted and stuff like that. And I think it was in February. And I was like, I would love to see Abraham Hicks. And I was actually Googling the different cruises that she has, because I was thinking, oh, that would be fun. And I was like, but the bottom line is that I would basically just love to sit and, I want to get in the hot seat. And, so anyway, so I just thought about it, and that was fine. And then I think it was in May, a person had sent out an email, and it's so weird because I don't usually get emails from this person. So I had put down that she had a draw to win tickets to an Abraham Hicks event, and it was in California. So interestingly enough, I wasn't like, I would love to go, but I really wasn't focused on trying to manifest it, because I was like, well, I really didn't feel any desire to go to California or anything like that. I'd love to see Abraham Hicks, but I just didn't want to go to California. So I entered the draw. I was like, we'll see what happens. And then I was taking, Following Your Bliss. So then I was at the Dig Deeper seminar that teaches like another Theta Healing elective course. And so I'm feeling good all weekend, following my bliss and all this. And I come home on the Sunday, and there's an email. You won. Like, what? And it's like, yeah. She's like, you won the trip to see Abraham Hicks in California. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because, California, I'm like, that just wasn't really cool. But instead of just shutting it down, it was like, okay, inspired action, because there's a reason you won, right? Yeah. So I'd asked her, I was like, California is really kind of on like the opposite side,
the other side of the continent.
Yeah. I was like, if there was yeah. So I was like, is there something that we could maybe work out? And I had no idea what to expect. Not a clue. Just waiting, just sent it off. We'll see what happens. And she said, well, it's an open-ended ticket. So she had looked for events that were closer to where I live, and she found one in Stamford, Connecticut. And I mean, it's still an 11-hour drive, but it's so doable because it's all about following the adventure of getting there, right? So I have a car rented to go, so we have our, and my husband's coming with me. The hotel accommodations, that's all set up, and I didn't know who I was going to get to look after my animals because it's a Labor Day weekend, so I figured there wouldn't be any pet sitters available. The pet sitter that I wanted was available. Like, it was like everything just magically fits for me to be able to attend in Stamford, Connecticut. And I'm like, yay, great. How does it get? This is incredible. Because I did I know allowed the answers to come to me, right? It was really incredible.
Very cool. I love that.
So 18 days.
Yay! Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's help everyone else out there follow their bliss. So everyone who's listening, even if you're catching the replay, take like just a couple seconds of your day, take some deep breaths, and we're going to heal those pieces and parts of you that are ready through theta healing to like release and let go of your junk, anything that's like holding you back so you can follow your bliss and be joyful in this life. So Michelle's going to walk us through that. So just take a couple minutes of your day. It's going to be so great. Just shut your eyes if you want to. Take some deep breaths. People love just really feeling the energy. It can feel in so many different ways, like energy moving or tingles or heat or all this kind of really cool stuff. So just give yourself this gift on this Monday morning to just experience this. So take it away, Michelle.
Okay. So would you like to know Creator's wisdom, truth, perspective, what it feels like, and how to go with your flow? And if you would like that downloads, you can say yes. And we'll give that comment to, or we'll give you that download.
And you can put it in the comments too, guys. Say yes if that is the download
and this
for you.
Available for all time, all place. It doesn't matter if you're catching the replay and you'd like to receive these downloads, and you just say yes, and you'll get the energy of it too.
Yeah.
And when we go with the flow, a lot of times recognize what it feels like to. So if you would like to know what it feels like, or to be able to recognize when you're swimming upstream versus when you're going with the flow, so that you can course correct and let go and go back with the flow instead of trying to swim upstream. Have you recognized that feeling? Just say yes, and we'll show you how to recognize that feeling and how to instantly stop the momentum of that and switch it to a momentum that is taking you in the desired direction.
Yes.
Okay. And if you'd like to know it's possible to go in the desired direction, no matter where your momentum is currently, say yes now. We'll show you that.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to have Creator's wisdom perspective on what it feels like to be happy unconditionally, say yes now. We'll give you that. Happiness without conditions.
Yes.
And would you like to have Creator's wisdom on what your cookie crumbs look like, how they feel, what they taste like, and how to follow them to your desires without worrying about it, without overthinking, and without getting in your way? Say yes now, we'll give you that.
Yes.
And one thing you'll notice, these downloads are all about feelings. They're not about thinking. They're about feeling. So when you get out of your mind and go in, follow from in here. Yeah, there's a bird saying it too.
Yeah. Sing.
Follow the feeling. It will never, ever steer you wrong. Just follow the feeling.
Yeah.
And if you would like to recognize that feeling, we'll give you Creator's truth, wisdom, perspective, what it feels like to follow your inner guidance, to know how to follow your inner guidance, to know when to follow your inner guidance. We'll give you that if you say yes now.
Yes.
Would you like to have the feeling of being self-empowered? To know that everything you desire and everything you need within you now, and that you can easily go in and see and everything that you need to feel to carry you from where you are to where you want to be. Say yes now.
Yeah.
And we'll command the cookie crumbs show up in your life, allowing you to follow them through your bliss to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just integrate everything all together, wrap it up nice. And I'm sure Laura has some lovely things to hand out too.
Yeah. I'm getting like the self-care pieces that you can take care of yourself without feeling lazy, that you know what it looks like and feels like to follow your path of self-care that brings you the most joy and fulfillment, that fills your cup up without you feeling guilty or selfish for doing so. You can let go and release all of society's beliefs and judgments and your inner critic's judgments and thought forms, and anyone else who's outside of you, their perceived judgments. You can let go and release those so you can enjoy your time. You can enjoy your day, the beautiful sunshine, the summer that we've been having, that you can enjoy and bring joy into your life, and know what that looks like and feels like to express joy, to be in the flow of joy, and to fully and completely accept joy into your life. And if you would like that, you can say yes.
Yes.
And that you can be open to the flow of the universe guiding you to different self-care habits and rituals in your life and throughout your day that will be the most supportive to you in the now. And that you can let it flow, that it doesn't need to look a certain way every day, that it doesn't have to be a certain amount of time every day, that you can just flow with what the universe is presenting to you and find the different parts and pieces that work for you that day in that moment to bring peace and love and joy to you on that exact moment on that consistent basis. And if you want that, you can say yes.
Yes.
And that you can have Creator, your higher power's wisdom on relaxation, on rejuvenation, and on the importance of taking time for self-care, taking time to truly love yourself and nourish your body in this vessel that you've been given, so that you can prioritize it. And in that moment, know that this is the best thing that you can be doing for yourself, that you can let go and release any worries or future thoughts or to-do lists that are on your mind. And in that moment, just really soak it in, that you can enjoy what you're doing and accept that unconditional love, that amazing, fulfilling energy into your life without putting conditions or negative circumstances on it. And if you would like that, you can say yes.
Yes.
And we'll clear any other junk, negative energy, toxic attachments, and old baggage that you have to following your bliss, to being able to have that freedom and joy in your life, to have even the time in the day to release and let go of the excuse of, I don't have time, I can't make that work, I have kids, I have this or that, that you can let go of your identity with those excuses and instead replace that with choice, so that you can choose something a little bit better for you, one baby step at a time, and feel safe and growing and expanding outside your comfort zone, and that you know what it looks like and feels like to deepen that understanding and that trust and that surrender in your life, so that you can deepen that connection with your true authentic self and with the oneness of the universe, that you are being connected to everything, and that it's so important for you to just be and enjoy and bring joy into your life. And if you would like that, you can say yes.
Yes.
And also the higher perspective understanding through your higher power on the vibrational shift that you're creating when you're doing that. So even though you're not efforting, you're not doing something, when you're just laying in the sun, you're raising your vibration, which is in turn raising the vibration of the planet. And it is so crucial and important for you to do, and that you can have that larger perspective given to you through your higher power, so you can really feel that deeper connection and purpose of that self-care time without you disregarding it or undervaluing the importance of you taking that time. And if you would like that truth and clarity to be downloaded into you, so that that definition of self-care and free time matches your own, you can say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's feeling way better for people. And then we'll integrate those changes. I can also offer a general healing for anything else that's ready to be healed in your body right now, and fill you up with your higher power's unconditional love, compassion, joy, happiness, and abundance. And to have the frequency in tune of joy and bliss in all of your cells and all of your being. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And then you guys can just take a couple deep cleansing breaths. Just kind of check into your body, see how that's feeling. That felt really, really good for me, and other people were saying thanks. So thanks for the time. Great video. Got to get back to work. We'll catch 3-1 later. Sounds good. Have a great day, Roger. And we were saying yeses. Michelle said yes. Awesome. More yeses. Wonderful. So if you're catching the replay, definitely let us know how that was for you. We'd love to engage with you after the show as well. How did that feel for you? That felt like so good. Like so loving, so nurturing. Like, I love that.
Yeah, it all feels so good. Whenever you just open up and allow, it always just feels so good. There's it's all good.
Yeah. Wonderful. I'm so excited.
Me too. And why? I don't know, but I'm just excited. And
yes,
it's to be, you know, it's joy, unconditional, pure joy for being here. And by us just being happy, we're, you know, if you walk in a room and you're feeling the joy and you're just beaming it out, people are catching that. Like the fractals of it are radiating through the room. And other people may not know what's going on, but they're just like, oh, all of a sudden they feel better, right? So just by us feeling good and following our bliss, we are helping other people feel good and find bliss.
Yes.
So they can recognize it and then choose to follow it, right? Like they'll understand, oh, that's the feeling I'm looking for. Oh, okay. I mean, if you've felt it, you don't know what you're following, right? But with these theta downloads, and if you go back, watch them again, say yes, because if you'd like to know what joy feels like, pure, unconditional joy, say yes now. We'll give you that feeling.
Yep. And you can have them whenever you want. Like sometimes people are like, does it keep working? Like your present moment is always your present moment. And sometimes there's layers and layers and layers of junk. Like I didn't become like the joyful goddess overnight. Like this has been like years and years and layers and layers and layers and layers of stuff that I've had to work through. And like still those like hard times and triggers will come up, and it's just moving through it and recognizing it. And it's like always a journey. So like I'm not perfect. I still get triggered. I still have like stuff happening where I'm like, oh shit, like fuck, like. But it's about choosing that joy and following the breadcrumbs to a better day. Like life isn't linear. It doesn't just like whoosh, shoot right up. Well, I guess I should go this way. It's not like on the screen. It's not like whoosh and it just goes up. It's like the nature, like cycles. It like spirals and it goes up and down and squiggles and all kinds of like all over the place. But it has a general trend upward, and that's what you can focus on instead of maybe living in the life that you have where you just like settle for okay or busy but good, like I used to for a long, long time. And then it's a slow downward spiral. So we want to make sure you're on that upward spiral.
Yes.
Very cool. So how can people connect with you after the show, Michelle?
People could find me on Facebook. Just send me a personal message and let me know if you're liking to wanting to book an appointment, my page, Divine Love and Inspiration, there is a site where you can click to book now, and it has my rates that I charge on that. And my book is called Been There, Done That, Wrote This.
Yay!
Personal journey through chronic illness, bullies, and spirituality. And there's a lot of I was really honored. My grade 6 teacher, who's become a very close friend of mine, she brought me to her ladies group, and she brought out my book and was like talking about these pearls of wisdom. I was like, oh my gosh, it just felt so good to hear that. And somebody have written a review on Amazon, and the first line is the best book I ever read. You're talking about
yes,
of course,
you.
the first thought
the awesomeness of you.
Because it's so amazing to hear people say stuff like that, because my intention for writing the book was about showing people how you can get out of your own way and get through the victim-victor scenario and just allow life to work out for you in the highest and best way. And then some new discoveries and energies that I found on my path that led me to realizing the infinite energy that is in the universe and how limited human thinking is. We can only think on this linear thing until we've expanded our awareness. And by expanding that awareness, we are the universe. We are like, it's all part of us. You know, it's just so fascinating to be able to see it. And I find words are really
limiting to try to
they're limiting. Like, there are no words to explain how awesome everything.
Very cool. So can you put the links to that and how to get your book and all that after the show so that people can just click on it really easy? Awesome.
Absolutely. And I also have a show on Soulology, which is a group you can join. Ask to join the group Soulology. And I am Tuesdays at 4:30 Atlantic time, 3:30 Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific time.
Like, keep going backwards to the time zones.
I know. I never know which is forward, which is back. It's time. It doesn't exist. It's just where you happen to live, right? So where you are
when you feel called. It's a free group too, so definitely join that. I'm a part of that group. I love that group. I love Michelle's show, so definitely join there.
People on there talking about so many different things, and they're all so enlightening, and I'm just so grateful to be part of it. It's like Todd Medina has created this amazing platform where there's light workers from all over the globe coming in and sharing downloads that they're getting, meditations they're getting, like galactic information. It's just like, it's very cool. It's fascinating. Yeah. So expanding your awareness, that's yeah. You can't not expand.
Awesome. Yay. I love you. Thank you so much for sharing all those links and all that stuff. I highly encourage you guys to reach out to whichever one of those that resonates with you and just like feel it out. Just like go with those breadcrumbs and like follow it all over your life. Like in any moment you can like ask God, creator, source, your higher power, whatever you want to call it, for your next step. And just listen to that answer. Like you can ask for what will bring you the most peace today or the most love. Like just keep following those breadcrumbs. So I really encourage you to do that and to continue making the Love and Light Show a weekly habit in your life. So we're on every Monday at 1 Atlantic, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific. So I encourage you guys to do that. And if you want to be a part of my group, Be Your Best Self, I'm actually going to do a self-love and care challenge, a 5-day challenge to really ramp you up before the fall starts, to just really ingrain more self-care habits into your life and so that you can get to a loving place, because hurt people are hurting people. Like my goal and job here on this world is to like share and just beam out love and light, like so we can all embody that and just be that light in our lives with our friends and our family and our community and just raise the whole vibration of the planet together. So I encourage you guys to join us there as well. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Bye.